What is up, Horizon 5 racers? I'm Alex Cornnut, your wheelman. This is the everything you need to know video for all of you approaching Horizon 5 for the first time. My PS5 homies and just anybody else getting it because your friends are playing it. And if your friends aren't playing it, they probably should be because it's really good. All things considered, I've got all of it here for you. There's a culmination of probably 10,000 hours of knowledge that has kind of been put into this one video from multiple players around the community to really make sure that you guys have got a well-fit, suited, perfect example of, like, here's what you can do to be successful. Alright, once we've loaded into the game, you press B, leave the house. It puts you out here. You press start. Then we go over and down into settings. Wonderful way to get it there. But settings is on the main campaign tab all the way to the left. So at the top here with my mouse, you'll see that we have campaign highlighted. That is going to be where you need to go, then down to settings. Lots of tabs. We're going to tackle them one by one. That's why it's a long-ass video. Anybody that's played Forza Horizon knows what's up. Anybody who hasn't is like, this is slop. That's what happened. Cool. Difficulty. First and foremost, we're going to knock a lot of this out. You need to enjoy the game. If you play the game for entertainment, you need to be entertained. So if you're making the game hard and you're getting frustrated, that's not in your best interest. Otherwise, you'll put it down and will not come back, and then I won't have anybody to race with. So do me a solid. Enjoy it. Driver car difficulty. This is the AI difficulty for when you're doing single-player races. I run on unbeatable. Whatever. It's not that hard. Cool. Turn it down to above average, highly skilled, whatever. Crank that down a little bit. Find a place where you can beat the AI and you're actually racing fast and enjoying it. Do you? There is no ego here. Pick a difficulty you're happy with. I cannot stress that enough. Don't worry about that. We're going to change them yourself. The braking. Optimal, best braking is ABS off, anti-lock off. When you pull the trigger all the way, the car stops, but it will lock up the tires. If you have a car that has not a tremendous amount of grip, you lock up the tires, you track straight, you'll be full turn. You know, wheels are this way, but they're locked up, so all we're doing is snow plowing out right off the course. For a driver that has a good, you know, you're good with your finger, you're good with the trigger pulls, it's faster to learn with it off, but to be honest, you're not going to hurt yourself with it on. If you have a younger child, or you, or just decide you want to be a meme, you can make it assisted so it slows down for you. It's pretty cool. But I'm going to recommend, if you want to be super fast, run with it off, learn to just not press it all the way down. Cool. Steering. Simulation is the fastest steering that Forza Horizon offers. It's still not as fast as it could be. It's not super twitchy, but it is an adjustment. So for some of you guys, you're going to go on simulation and your car's going to feel like it's out of control. It's because the wheels turn a little faster. If you struggle with that, run standard. This will feel like most arcade racing games. A lot of you guys will be comfy here. Assisted is going to be for those that maybe don't know how to fucking drive and they need to figure out how to get through a corner. And then auto steering is fun. We do auto steering racing where we let the game drive for itself and then we run the gas and the brake. And that's a lot of fun. That's basically like you get really good at just being nice with the throttle. But regardless, simulation's fast, standard is decent. Traction control off. That's really not an option. There are cars that have 1,300 horsepower in C-Class. Blow the wheels right off. Learn to drive. A lot of people are fast with it on. Nobody has a problem being fast with it on. I run with it off. It's a 10% difference in your credits. Whatever. You do you, Pikachu. Stability control. I think this should just be off in general. With it on, what it does is, traction control is when you're on the power, it will reduce power to stop wheel slip when accelerating. Stability control will apply braking to individual wheels based on the car's trajectory to slow you down and get you out of a skid. You don't want the car applying brakes in weird places that you're not really approving so that way we can get out of a skid. Damn it, I want to be sideways into a 90, crashing into 3 people, and then getting in first place. What's up? Like, so, stability control's off, we move along. Shifting, manual with the clutch. Here's the deal. Automatic is great, or it's manual with a clutch. None of this bitch-made middle-of-the-road manual stuff. You're either this, or you're this. It's that simple, because here's why. The clutch is an additional button that a lot of people are like, oh, whatever. No, here's the deal. It's OG Forza's top. Get your controller. Your A is your clutch. B is up, X is down. So when you go to shift, you fat finger the buttons, and I press both the A button and the B button simultaneously, and I go like that, and I roll it. What ends up happening when you roll it like that, you're able to hit both buttons pretty fast. Down is A and X. When you go up and down really quick with that clutch, you will win every drag race against anybody in manual and anybody in automatic. If you need to validate this, get the same car, go to the drag strip, and just do a couple of laps and practice. Even with a bad manual driver, you'll still beat every manual and every automatic driver. And if I can do that in a drag race that is only 10 seconds, I got you beat by 30 by the end of a real race. Just because, whatever. It's really not quite that big of an example, but I bet I can beat you by 30 seconds, maybe. Probably not. But you're bomb. Anyway, driving line, it's great. Driving full line is cool. Tells you when to accelerate, tells you when to slow down. It's the best driving line in video gaming. Forza's the first one to really give us a real one. I don't think it's that great. This will get you around the track at 90% speed. It'll get you around the track really good. A lot of people use it as a marker to know, even if they're not following the line, but if they're over here, they need to slow down because it's red. Cool. If you drive to the line to its fullest, you leave lots of seconds on the table. There's lots of natural shortcuts and other cuts and being able to pass people. The line is a reduction in talent, but it'll get you around the track really fast. Braking only is probably going to be my hard recommendation here if you're going to use the line, or off. I run with it off, you do you. I think braking only is pretty solid. If you don't see the line, go faster. When the line is red, go slower. Braking line's pretty solid. All right, damage and tire wear, there's no advantage to this being on. I run with it completely off. I like all the cars to look good. Everything's fine. Rewind is an awesome feature. Launch control on. We don't even negotiate it. Just turn it on and enjoy. Cool. When you're mid-race, you press start, and then it's X. At the bottom there, it's the blue button. It's going to be box on your PlayStation homies, and that resets the car position. You then have to affirm it with A. That's the fastest way to get back stable on track that I know. And online, there'll be times when you miss a checkpoint, and you don't know you missed it till it's way too late. Like, you'll come in close, and you're like, did I get it? And you get there. And the act of rewinding sometimes doesn't put you in a spot like right now that you can actually hit the checkpoint. Sometimes it stops you there. And the act of rewinding still puts you offline and you're screwed. So that's why I show you this. You just press X, you press A. This is meta fast tips for online stuff, guys. Alright, let's get into the rest of the settings menu quickly and then actually go do some cool in-game stuff. I've gone online and I want to show you the worst offender for what the stock HUD looks like. If this was a lapped race, we would have what lap we're on, also the time of our best lap and our current lap on the left hand side. So there's a few pieces of data we are missing, but everything else is in full force. So we've got our driver tars, our list on the right, the map, the acolyte points. I mean, everything is here. Our screen is very, very full. I'm playing in a 16:9 ratio because that's what the majority of you guys play on. That's a standard monitor, standard widescreen TV. Like, that's very, very normal business as usual for gamers. It's a lot of information being crammed onto the screen. It's like, just right now, between the acolytes above me, the names on all the cars, I can barely see the track. Off to my right, I don't see a mountain. I see a bunch of names that are in black, or excuse me, blue and red. And then on the left, like I said, it would have typically the lap that you're on and then time of that lap and whatnot. In addition to having Anna and the link at the bottom there, and we've also got our speedometer. There's a lot of crap they put on our screen. Personally, I don't think I need to see the accolades above. I don't think that actually helps me in any way because I'm going to drive the way I drive and I'm not going to go out of my way to get more points because I don't think. I really don't need to know what position I'm in because I know I need to pass the guys in front of me and I'm not worried about the guys behind me. We're racing. That's what racing is. The map's nice. If I'm unfamiliar with where I'm going, I can look down there and see what does the turn look like. Like, coming up at the end of this long straightaway, it looks like there's a 90-degree bend. I'm going to have to hit the brakes a lot. So I can mentally prepare to be coming down from a pretty fast speed to a pretty slow speed right here. That way I don't surprise myself and go, oh my god, I'm out in the woods. A lot of reasons having the mini-map is nice. So let me do a couple of things, make a couple of clips, and show you a new mini-map. And just like that, it's a new day, a new outfit, and another race. I've cleaned up the HUD a lot. We're back into my 21:9 normal widescreen gaming. For me specifically, the gauges being a little smaller and being tight on the car like that allows me to very quickly look at them and not need to focus my attention to the further reaches of the screen, which for my eyes is the furthest on screen I can be from where my attention should be. Like, the very corner is not where I need to be looking. I need to be looking kind of dead set middle or very up the road, depending on. Alrighty, we're back into the settings. So press start. You're on the campaign tab, over, down, settings. Cool, we're here. Difficulty, we're not touching. The HUD to set up is 3 different spots, and they all do different things. So we're going to get into them one by one so you understand. If you go down into video, and then you do user interface scale, this is going to slide your menus and make them smaller and more concise. It's not just your settings menu that this does this to. If I save this, you will now see that on screen, my map over on this side, like tucked in behind me, right there, and then my speedometer that you can barely see is very small over here. Well, how do we bring them into the middle of the screen? This is what you do. To adjust their location, you need to go to HUD and gameplay. If you press up, it gets you to the bottom. It's down here. The HUD safe frame horizontal. See the edges of the screen here? What these do, this is where it's going to place your speedometer at the very edge of that automatically, and your map at the other end. And so by moving those in, we're essentially moving the positions and the time of everybody, and we're moving in our speedometer. And so I run with this almost all the way in, and you can kind of see the back of my car there. So I imagine that I've got my speedometer here, my speedometer here, and they're kind of tucked in behind that car. Oh, shoot. Used my mouse. Shouldn't have done that. Okay, cool. So then you also can use the safe HUD for the horizon, but also you can do it for vertical, which is up and down. So if I do it all the way down, the speedometer is down behind the car. If I move that up, it's going to put those up on there. So play with this. Put these where you want. Just know that if you make a tiny ass little box that looks like this, it is going to put everything inside of that. Let me just do this really quick. You guys are gonna love me. I've never done this. Oh, that's cursed. So if you want to put like your whole life inside of a box, this honestly feels like Ready Player One. Like, how many more ads can I put on my screen before I have a seizure? This is cursed. This is cursed. All right. So let's fix some of that stuff then. We know for sure what we need and what we don't need. We do not need Anna on. We'll just turn her off. I turn off most girls, actually. Convertible, we'll keep that on. Forza Link, that's the guys talking and stuff. That's optional. That's not a terrible thing to keep on. That's going to be a personal preference, but it is distracting if you're trying to get serious and sweaty. Lap time and position, I turn that off because it takes that part out of the screen right above our car. Wrong way warning. I do 360 entries, and I don't need to tell me I'm going the wrong way. I'm stunting on people. Let it roll. Names over cars, I take that off as well. Some of you guys, if you race with your friends, will probably want to keep that on. Speedometer, do you. Power units, all the rest of the stuff, whatever. Ghost, keep that on for sure. It's super, super, super good stuff. Skills, I like to turn that off. We'll talk about what the skills do. You basically just accumulate them by driving, so unless you're chasing that and trying to farm that for some reason, you really don't need to know. Notifications, not a terrible thing to have on. Online event notifications, I do keep that on. I don't do the arcade. That's link ups for Forza homies. Convoy invites, you bet. Acolytes, no. I'll get those later in the menus. Drivatar designs, yes. Maybe we'll see some anime titties. Player designs on, yes. Maybe we'll see some anime titties. Convoy privacy, anybody can hook it up. Drift camera, I run that off. I've never ever used it, so you guys figure it out. Yeah, whatever. So make your screen the size you want to make it. Set the HUD where you'd like it. Lens effect off is good. And we're going to save all that. Now that we've gotten rid of that, we're also going to go back into video. And we're going to make our user interface all nice and small again. I feel like I can breathe. It was like the menus were yelling at me. They were so big. Now we can see while we lose the race. Welcome to the progression of Horizon. This is overwhelming. Everybody gets turned off right here. They see the map, they see everything they have to do once they've got it unlocked, and they just want to put it away. They're like, oh, this is another just slop game where they just filled in a bunch of stuff to do. Kind of, but at the same time, it's pretty quality stuff. And they've been building on the game for like 4 years, so there's a lot to unpack. Let's go do that. I would recommend filtering your map based on the stuff you're trying to do at the time. When your map is empty, there's a lot of really cool roads. By the way, driving every road, that's a thing. It's obtainable. It's not that bad to do. This main highway, if you've not played a Horizon game, this is going to be cocaine for you. You can go fast, really fast. Get a car, go 300. It's pretty sweet. If you've not done that, I'd recommend trying it at least once. It's worth. There is true drag racing. There are drag strips in the game. I would recommend maybe delving into that, grabbing a couple buddies, especially if you're not playing the meta. If you've got some friends and you're all just tuning cars and having a good time, doing a little drag racing is good. Shout out to my Discord. See you guys there. All right, let's talk about the accolades. This is a great way to see your progression system. Each accolade is a different theme. So here's all the dirt racing events. Here's all the street racing events. Here's all the speed traps, the danger signs, so on and so forth. You can go into these and you can just target specific things. Like, you know what? I'm going to go knock out all the cross-country races. Here they all are. Here's the achievements for them. It's not hard to just go and be like, I'm just really working on these right now. And you can feel true progression very quickly when you start knocking out stuff. But if you're just going and just kind of just vibe gaming and just picking random things as you go and you don't really know what you're doing, dude, this game's not really going to point you in a certain direction. It's kind of up to you to pick that. When you stick to a certain type, like you're going to do all the cross countries, get a couple of cars you like, you can use the same few cars. Cool. So that's going to be your progression on that side of things. There's also the festival playlist. This is like a weekly thing. So the series will set up for each week. Each month we vote on what's going on. So you'll go into the playlist vote once a month. You'll vote on whatever you want to see, and then they'll set the series, which is the next 4 weeks. And so each week is a season. So week 1 is summer, then it's autumn, then it's winter, then it's spring. It's pretty cool. The mountain, when it's snowing, there's different terrain. I mean, it really does change. So they've found a good way to make the game still feel fresh. Each one of these seasons comes with a car once you get a certain amount of points, and then a backstage pass. And then as you go through the entire month, you can get the overall season challenge stuff, which is the Sierra 700R right now, or the 22B. Both those cars rock. Shout out to the 700R. You need to get this. That's meta in D. All right, all being said, each week, the actual stuff that you get to go do is pretty cool. So like right now, if you go get the Hoonigan truck, they would like you to just drive it. And then once you drive it, it gives you the next chapter, which you would have to go drift. And you'll see right here, it's saying that. And then you go and you win the Vulcan Sprint in it. And then you get these points, these Forzathon points. And it's an in-game currency like your credits that you can't purchase. You can only get it by earning in-game. And it's another way to go buy stuff out of a shop. There's also the Forzathon shop right here, what I was talking about. The backstage, I'm going to get there in a moment. You can buy a pass. It's 1,000 of the little points. You earn those by just doing events and stuff. There's also wheel spins, which is like a cool lottery system for you to unlock money, cars, clothing, whatever. A super wheel spin is 3 items. A single wheel spin is 1. You guys will get into this. I'm not going to spoil just everything, so if you've not played the game, you're going to find this out. You'll see what it is. I would not recommend spending your points here. I would always recommend buying whatever the pass is, the Horizon Backstage Pass that week, and just saving up, because the Backstage Pass has got a lot of bangers in it, guys. Some of the cars in this are FOMO. Like, they came out way before any of you started playing the game, and you might see them for 1 week. And so if you want to get full car collection, there's some toughies, and we'll get to that later. The event labs are cool. These are custom made races by players. We'll get there. There's danger signs. All of this is a weekly thing for you to unlock stuff and give you items to do. There's a legit treasure hunt. Like, you go, you follow the clues, you find a treasure chest, boom, it gives you a bunch of shit and money. Cool. There's races, there's all kinds of stuff. that they keep you engaged in a weekly basis. It's pretty solid. So in addition to that, we've also got our Rally Adventure and our Hot Wheels DLC. Both of these are separate parts of the map. I would highly recommend, if you plan on purchasing the game, to get the version that has this DLC. I will not go into a lot of detail in the moment, but I think the Horizon Rally Adventure is the best roads to race on, period, in a game right now. The elevation changes and stuff are nice. It's fun to race there. I like it a lot. Hot Wheels is a very different experience. It's a lot of top speed stuff. It's a lot of fun. I've spent a lot of time there. Check me on the B Rivals. I'm top 100 on every single track. That being said, not for everybody, but it's another way to progress. That leaves us with cars. Let's talk about it. I want to make it abundantly clear, you guys are not ready for this next section. I've recorded it 4 times. It's long-winded. We're going to try to do it in little breaks. We're going to guzzle down some balls, and we're going to figure this out. So, press start. Then you go over to the Cars tab. We're going to go buy new and used cars so we can actually go to the overall car collection section. Here we go, boys. Your cars can be found in multiple areas. You can access these screens from a couple of different locations. Once you're here, the buy and sell tab is very straightforward. You buy or you sell your cars here. Some of your cars are going to be worth some serious money. Keep that in mind. It's not a bad way to level up. If you know what a car goes for, sometimes you can buy it low, sell it high. I've spent whole gameplay sessions in this tab. The auction house is a lot of fun. Talk about that in conjunction in a moment. The auto show is where you're going to be able to purchase cars from the game itself. You're buying from the in-game shop. This is where you're going to use your in-game money. You know, you can buy this little Fiat for 35 grand, so on and so forth. Some of these cars are quite expensive. Some of the cars in the auto show won't unlock until you've progressed through the game a little bit. So just play it out, do what you do. For the most part, you shouldn't need to buy that many cars from the auto show if you just want to play through the game. It hands you and gives you enough cars as you go to usually fill your garage. But if there's specific ones that you would like, that's a great place to go get them. Let's say you found a car that you want, but it's not in the auto show. You're going to usually find it in the auction house. This is where players will sell their collection to other players, and you can bid on it like an eBay, whatever auction style situation. A Toyota Celica is a car that every single player in the game gets. It's kind of weird that it sells for 11 or 12 million. Until you understand how the game works. Everyone is awarded one Toyota Celica doing the midnight battles, which is one of the accolades which you find through the street racing. This is a very good car. I like it a lot in B class. It's one of my favorites. It's not hard to get. It's not unobtainium. Everybody gets one. But you don't get a second one at all. So, these are people selling their one and only Celica. You can go buy it to have a second one. It costs you 12 million bucks, but it's almost a guarantee. Other cars you can get in wheel spins. You can collect a lot of other ways. There's multiples floating around. The Celica is one that is not. But if you just don't want anything specific, you can go and find much better cars for much cheaper. Like there was a P1 that went for 2 million, not 12. This STO is about to end soon. Nobody's even bid on it. It's 288,000. Now, I don't know why people didn't bid on the STO. I feel like it's a really good car. It's maybe one of my favorites. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with it, but like if I start here in the Lamborghini section, I just kind of start going over, you'll find that I've got a few of these. Probably more than you. You know what? Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Just stop. Stop, 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 stop. Earlier, I showed you summer, winter, autumn, fall. You get all the Forzathon points. This is where you spend them in the Forzathon shop. Each week there'll be a different car you can buy. It's cool. Usually they're pretty decent or hard to find. Fill out your collection. Huge. You can buy one backstage pass. You always want to buy the backstage pass. I would not buy anything else on that list unless I really needed it, because I save my points for these puppies. Let's talk backstage pass. Each week they give the community 2 cars to vote on, or 2 or the others, whatever. Pick whatever you like, whatever. These are cars that have been hard to find up until this point. If they were released during one week, during one of the months, and not everybody got that car, and it didn't pop up again, it's not on the auto show, there's some unobtainium vehicles out there that are just like, good luck trying to get it. Toyota Camry, fun fact, hard car to get. Why? I don't know, because it's a Camry. So anyway, coming through here, you're going to find some really good bangers. 700R, one of the best D-Class cars right now. I'm working my way through rivals with it. A case can super be made for the Myers-Manx. This thing rocks too. And there's just a lot of gems as you go through here. And this is a great way for you to play the game and have a second set of currency to go get just quick cars that are good without needing to spend your money because you might be saving for X, Y, or Z vehicles. So this is fun. It still allows you to be a little bit spendy with your tickets because you can kind of go get whatever you want. And you don't have to feel like you're getting pigeonholed into buying a $15 million McLaren when you could go buy X amount of other cars from the auto show. So go into that. I would say recommend popping into the backstage, buying all your passes every week, doing what you can, and just staying tuned. And I'll recommend some really good cars in a separate video on what you need to do. Let's talk the car pass. A bunch of mofos just skipped this part. Here's the deal, you guys. Depending on what edition of the game, you're going to have something in here. So you just go into the first screen. Don't go to any of the other cars. Just go view all car packs. Do this. At the bottom, you will see filter redeem free cars. What's that? Press the start button, and it will put all the cars that you have not redeemed, that you have bought through different packs or that you have unlocked or the game has given to us later, and it will put them in your garage. There is a ton of people that forget, miss, don't do this frequent enough, and they've got free cars just sitting there. If you just did this for the first time and you got a bunch of free cars, like, drop that in the comments and leave a like below. Big deal. This gets really skipped by a ton of people. So even if you don't buy any of the DLCs, I've bought some but not all, make sure that you do that and redeem those cars. It's really important. The car pass is a cool example of they've been stacking on this game for a long time. When the game first launched, they gave us the car pass as, hey, here's the DLC cars you're going to get for the next year. And this is what they released every month as the game progressed. Then they added the backstage, so they needed another button, and then they added a bunch of car packs, so we needed another button. And they've tacked on so much stuff that this big button for car pass is 2 years old, and they haven't added to it in a long time, and they probably won't ever. So yeah, it's funny. It's just a relic, but keep in mind it is here. If you bought it, this is where you redeem all of them, kind of the same way we did on the last tabs. Otherwise, ignore. The voucher cars are scummy. The way it works, you'll see I have none. Basically, if you buy any of the vouchers, you buy them with real money currency, $5, $10, whatever it is. It's a couple bucks a voucher. It allows you to go into the auto show and pick any car you would like, and then instead of paying the normal arbitrary amount of 4 million credits for this Gulia, I can click to it and then buy it with just a normal, buy it with 4 million credits, or use one of my vouchers. It's how you can speed running getting all the really expensive cars out of the auto show if you don't want to spend time grinding money. Once you do that, they are bound to your account because you've exchanged actual USD or whatever your currency is in your country for one of these little doobers. And so instead of them just being in the garage, because you can remove stuff from your garage, they end up in the voucher cards, so you can always redeem them without needing to pay in-game currency. Fun fact, any cars you use your voucher on, you cannot sell, give away, gift, or in any way make money off of in the game other than by driving them. So honestly, I hope you like whatever you get. You can't speed run currency in this game through the voucher process. If you decide you need to spend money on vouchers, just send it to me. I absolutely have a ton of drugs that I like to do, and it'll be fine. Wait, don't skip that. Wait, here's where we're at. Your cars are just that, your cars. You can favorite your cars. In the grand scheme of 900 cars, when you have 23 seconds to pick whatever you want when you're going online, you need to be able to sort. There's 3 different ways to get to 3 different sorting tabs that have multiple different ways to isolate your car. Knowing how to do that efficiently is going to be the difference between you being able to get where you want or not. If I click the Y button or the triangle button, I can sort and filter by favorites, body kits, duplicates, different classes, and then different car types. It's insane, okay? Why would you want to search by car types? There were going to be events where you have to use a hypercar, or an event where it requires you to use a modern sports car. Well, if you're not sure if you have one of those, you can be like, oh, I'm about to do Modern Rally. Okay, I'll just sort by that. Here's all the Modern Rally cars. Then you can pick any of those and tune it up, and you're good to go. You've got the car that you need for the event type that you're going to do. Other ways that you can filter stuff is by favorites. I take all the cars that I like, that I know are meta, that I know are fast, and then I click on the car and I add it to my favorites. You'll see it's got the little heart on it right there. Boop, boop, boop. Little baby heart right there. Little baby heart right there as well. That heart tells me it's my favorite. When I'm online and it's giving me all of my A-class cars to pick from, and I got like 150, I can just go Y, sort by favorites, and it shows me all of my favorites in the class. That's a great way to stay efficient with selecting your cars. Now, let's just say you're a troll like me and you favorite lots of cars. So you've isolated your 150 down to 70. Well, that's neat. That really didn't do me a solid. You can go favorites, and then you can filter by manufacturer. So here's all of the manufacturers being filtered within my favorites. So that way I can be like, I know for sure it's a Toyota. Let me just tab over to Toyota really quick, and then it'll be in my favorites there, or whatever. So it's really important, you guys, that you're able to go through, select whatever brand you want, isolate it by favorites, and then go get the cars that you need. And try to stay organized if you can. Be aware of different ways you can filter. If I press the X button, which will be boxed for you guys, it allows me manufacturer, PI class, the year, car type, country, and recently added. If I press Y or triangle, I got favorites, body kits, different types, all that stuff. It is wild. I also can sort by just manufacturer by pressing the back button. And then it gives all the different car brands in a list like this that you can select. Get familiar with how to select your cars, how to filter through different things, and hone into what you want to get. It takes time. The library selection system is not great, but when you have 900 cars built on a system that is from the third game they put out, it's a little tedious. So, get good at favorites, manufacturer, knowing what kind of car you want to get, and then when you're online, being able to go and select the buttons you need to select to get where you need to get. Before we dig into the different classes of cars, you need to understand what the car mastery is. When you're driving around, you're going to do drifts, jumps, tags, drift bumps, barrel rolls, touching dudes. You'll love it. Anyway, all of those things are going to give you little accolade points. You just get them. I have 115 available. When I'm not paying attention, they just stack. Every single car is going to have a car mastery page that looks like this. Fill it up with the little points you get on any car you drive a lot, and you're going to get bonus XP and money as you drive it. So by putting that on there, I get more speed skills. That gives me instant XP. This gives me more Forzathon points to spend in the shop. Just by putting a point into that, it gives me 10 Forzathon shop points. Cool. This makes it so I get more skills to get more points, to do more of this. You see where I'm going. If I spend some points to get up to that, I get a wheel spin. Every car is going to have a different list of things that you can do with it. So check some of them. Any car you like that you're going to use a lot, go and fill up that accolade point, because you're going to get the very most out of it. This particular car, let me see what kind of accolade points we got. I've put nothing into it except for that. So I got instant 3000 XP, and you can buy these and go across. There's a couple more Forzathon shop points. I like to always buy those so that way I can always get my backstage passes. So don't sleep on that. I don't track it and I don't quest after those because I just get them naturally. But I do spend them on cars I drive frequently. I've had to reshoot this part 3 times, so here we go. As it all sets up, the car setups themselves are really awesome. It's very intricate. There's an entire art form to this. You can change literally everything. From different motor, different drivetrain swaps, front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, all wheel drive, whatever, you name it. And there's like 8 or 9 different tire types, just compound wise. So when we look at all these different options, being a good tuner is the game in itself. I'm not going to pretend I want to take you guys through that. This isn't a video about that. What I am going to do is show you some good cars and some tunes to go with those cars and the names of those tuners. Because once you have a tuner followed and you get a new car and you go to look for something, if they've got something for it, they'll automatically pop up in your list. So I already follow God Tate right there, and then Jumpy is another guy I follow. And so a lot of the guys that, once you've got picked out, the ones that are good, they'll start to pop up all the time on all the cars you get. So you've always got a reliable tuner in some class or another. It's a good way to go about it. So let's get into that. Let me start walking you through all the cars you should get from the lowest end to the top end that are cheap or you already have. So that way you've got everything you need to be successful as you start the game, should you decide you want to go online. To start our cars phenomenon part of Horizon, the best part of the game, you need to understand how the accolades work. These are the in-game achievements like we talked about earlier. Cars are the rewards for a lot of these. It's very important that you understand that so you can come here and you can get a lot of these really sweet vehicles. They're all locked behind a play wall. Play the game, you're there. The street racing scene is what you unlock through the festival. So once you've progressed a little bit and you're picking, Apex or the Badlands or Off-Road or whatever you want to progress with, once you get the street scene, you unlock all of these accolades and you can begin progressing with them. You'll see that here, once you've won all of the street races, they give you that E63 Mercedes. That's fine, but if we tab over, we have the Midnight Battles. These are a lot of really good cars that you just get by doing the street races and progressing through it. So the Ford Mustang Mach 1 is okay. This Honda Civic Mugen, I've got one, I'm going to show it to you. It's decent in the D class. Not crazy, but decent. This Celica is one of my favorite cars. Like we spoke about earlier, you get one of them, this is it. Go run your street races and pick this up. It is a very strong B-class car. Front-wheel drive, very fast. This Lamborghini, who doesn't want a good Mercy? Done. End of discussion. And then all the other challenges that go with that. But those are the cars that you really want to go and quest after because they are free cars for you. No in-game money required. Just play the game. And then you'll be able to build them up in the competitive side of things when we dig into the online play. This next section is going to be the most important and difficult to get through for a lot of people, so bear with me. Things are about to change, I believe, when it comes out for PS5. I think there's going to be a restructuring on how you can get some of the cars, and so I'm not going to spend a lot of time diving into where you go, what race you do to get X or Y vehicle, because if that's going to change, that becomes outdated information. I'm going to point out the cars that are good and tuners that go with them. Those two things will probably not change, and then it's up to you to kind of go and seek them out a little bit. Let's go. The first car we're going to look at in D-Class is the Civic RS. Honda is the brand, 1974 is the year. Overall, this car is pretty good. I thought the one from the Midnight Battles, the Mugen one, was this one. It's not. I lied to you earlier. Don't worry. Everything I say is 100% true always, dude. Like, on the sly. Anyway, it's decent. The tuner I'm using for this is totally arbitrary. I just searched for D-Class. Let me just show you what I did. I grabbed the car. I went to upgrades and tunings. I went to fine tuning setups. I didn't know what I wanted. I know I wanted a fast little D-Class car. So I went performance class D, left everything else alone, and I clicked search. And then this said D 500 all-wheel drive power. Okay, cool. I don't need all-wheel drive where you have like no horsepower. That shit's stupid. This says top 5% rivals. That's pretty good, but 5%'s like not that great. Top 100 is better than 5%. So I went with this tune, and I just clicked on it, and I downloaded it. I put it in the car, and that's how I got the tune for this car, and I went and zipped around. And you may be like, well, Alex, how did you know that this car was top good or anything? I just went and checked the rivals. And so this is another trick that I would encourage all of you guys to do when you are out and about and you're trying to find out what a good, fast car is for whatever situation you're about to get into. Press start. Go over to festival playlist is not correct at all. Go over to online, then rivals. And then you can click on Horizon Rivals, pick road racing, dirt racing, whatever type of racing you're about to get into. So let's say, oh man, I'm about to get into dirt. What's a good dirt car? Well, let's look at the River Scramble. I'd like to play around in B class, so let's look at the B cars. Press Y or triangle, PlayStation Homies, to change cars. And then we're looking at the top 100. So the 2009 Focus, Mini Cooper, BMW X5, Mercedes-Benz G63 6x6, that's going to be the truck. Lancer MR 2006, Lincoln Co., that's a Chinese car. Ford Bronco, this Peugeot. You just basically take the sampling of maybe, throw out the top 10, top 20, because maybe they got some glitched old times. And then from 30 down, all of those cars are probably going to be realistically good for whatever you're getting into. So the Mini's there, the Scout's there, the Jeep's there, the Silvia's there. These are all cars I'm going to show you. The Honda Civic 1974. You see? All you need to do is go pick whatever class, whatever car, then you're good. Okay, so now I know I want to go get that Civic RS, which we just so happen to be in, and I know that I want to go get it tuned up for whatever class we're in. So what you can do is, you're just in the car, you're driving. You can enter this from the main menu like we just did. We're not even in the auto show. From here, you can click Tune Browser, the start button. Suggested tunes are here. We can search the same way we always do. We're going to go B class, like because we saw that one tune pop up. And then B Road Meta by Rexar is the first tune that pops up. Cool. I'm not following him. Jaewon Song. Mars. Mars is good. That is somebody I follow. I would super recommend grabbing that. Nalik's really good. Somebody else I would recommend following. So I would grab one of these two. I see that Nalik's got 238 horsepower. And I see that Mars has got 293. I also am looking at lateral G's. This is how much coefficient you're going to have when you're turning. So the more lateral G's it has, usually the better it's going to not slide out when you're turning. But now I see that this Mars is on drag tires. So it may or may not turn all that great. Front wheel drive could be amazing. Nalik's got less horsepower, but he's on street tires. So these would be the two I would check out. But because I'm a bit of a baddie, I would probably run with Mars's tune and run around on drag tires because that's badass. And that's how you find tunes once you've got a car that you want. Because I was following both the guys, they showed up. So I will put their names on the screen here in just a moment. And these are guys that you want to search when you're looking for a car. Once you find a tune that they've got, follow them, and then you'll be able to get all their stuff forever. So let me show you that list right now. Screenshot this. I'm going to zoom in. This is who you guys want to follow. There's more guys out there that are faster than this. But if you have these names, you know, on your list, or you search them out, or you're following these players on Xbox, you are going to immediately have better tunes popping up as options for you. K1Z Bard is just a damn good tuner you can trust all the way across, whether it be on-road, off-road. Nalik is the same way. Very trusted, very good tunes, pretty solid. Noya Maeko, I butchered it, doesn't matter. My go-to tuner when it comes to handling and braking. If I see a Noya tune, I can just assume it's going to turn really well. It's going to have just a little bit of oversteer, and it's also going to stop really good. I love Noya. Ego Nohana, absolutely bonkers power builds. This tuner is going to have some crazy stuff for the Silvia, some crazy stuff for some of the other cars. You're going to see 1,000, 13, 12, 1,500 horsepower cars, and you learn how to drive those in third gear. KPN PL, absolute slayer in the dirt. I also trust the road. But if you see a KPN tune, chances are it's going to have off-road tires for cross-country, and it's going to be wild. Very strong tunes. Really would highly recommend. K1 Zibala, I don't need to say anything more. He's one of the 1%ers. He's right up there with Bard, right up there with Nalik. Very, very good tunes. I would say Bala's probably a little bit more on the go fast side, a little less traction. So faster in the straights, maybe need to be a little better on your handling. Greeted Dust, absolutely going to be a good off-road tuner. There is a couple of other tunes that Dust has got for specific cars. There could be a whole separate video about all these, but regardless, follow him. Very good. Ash 46 Desync has got a couple of tunes that I'm following. Specifically, there's some power builds and a couple of Rivals tunes, actually. Puddin' and Puff. Also somebody else you want to follow. These are the guys. K1Z Summonin'. When you guys see that K1Z on the front end, that's their clan that they're in, I believe. And so you got Bard, Bala, Summonin'. They're all pretty good. Jumpy, another one. You see a Jumpy tune, you know it's going to be fast. You know it's going to be set up pretty much right. My friend West, he's got a couple of decent tunes out there. ESV Mars, like we talked about earlier. Definitely somebody I would follow. Ghost of Russia, don't worry about it. This guy does liveries. Rock, LXD. Absolute somebody you're going to have followed. Rock's got some really good stuff. Make sure that's one on your list. K1Z Hauser only has a couple of tunes. Seenu, a couple of really good builds. SAEENU is the spelling. Logic J, LOGIKJ, has got some builds. Logic's really Got some fast stuff right now. I would really keep up with him. Still tuning to the day of this video coming out, so I would definitely make sure you're following. Don't know that one, but it was a 1%er, so yeah, we in here. VNX Let's does a ton of tunes. A ton. I've gotten into a couple lobbies with Let's. Au revoir, man. The guy's fast. So definitely follow Let's. God Tate, like I talked about earlier. This is, I believe, a Chinese player. Has a lot of power builds. Very good stuff. That is my list of followed players. If you go through, and when you're looking for a car, you punch in one of these names, and they have a tune for that car, follow them. When you follow a player, they show up on your list. So right now, right out of the gate, ESV Mars has got the second tune there, and then CNew's got another one there. Greeted Dust has got another one there. So I've got a nice pick of a couple of different tuners I trust right out of the rip, and I don't have to do anything other than click on it. If you want to follow somebody, all you do is, in this case, press Y or triangle, and that will add it as a favorite. And then if you want to follow the creator, you press X, and then you have the option to follow them, or you can view their gamer card and other stuff. Once you follow them, it usually takes a day or two before it syncs up and you can actually search stuff. I don't know, it's weird. But that's why I give you the list before. Get on that train. There's better tuners out there for stuff, I'm sure, but those are the trusted ones I have for now. Let's go through some of the good cars. Alright, here's the big old list of cars. There's a bunch of them to skip over. People that are veterans are going to freak out, but you guys that don't know anything are my boys, because it's easy to talk to idiots. You know what I'm saying? I look in the mirror all the time and I'm like, man, you dumb. And I'm like, hell yeah, I am. Look at that. Anyway, 700R, super good car. This is a Sierra Cars brand. It's right now available in the game. When you PlayStation homies get out, try to buy this. It's meta in D. It will set some of the fastest lap times, period. Very good. This Escort also not too bad. So these cars are going to be cheap if you can find them. Overall, I wouldn't spend a lot of time in D. If you can grab one of these Volkswagen things, this is also a banger, almost like cheap mode, but once again, it's kind of hard to get, so depends on the day. Some of these cars are going to be unobtainium, but those are the three I would recommend. The C-Class is a fun spot. The cars aren't too fast, so you get to do a lot of the tracks a little slower. I don't know. Things can be said for driving a slow car as fast as you can. This RZR 1000 EPS, the Polaris, this is going to be your be-all, end-all mini-games car. Like when we're out here playing the soccer, capture the flag, C-Class will come up. This is a very strong playground games car. You definitely want to have it for when we go goofing. The Holden Toronto, another very good car in C-Class. It's got a lot of good power. It gets it done. I would really strongly recommend it. I hate recommending the Jeeps because I think they're kind of cheaty, but most of the Jeeps are pretty good. The CJ5 is really strong in C-Class, so probably pick that up if you want to have something competitive. Chevy Colorado, peak performance in C-Class. It is a very good car. You can build it about 4 different ways and make it really sing, and I've got really nothing but good things to say about it. So I would say if you're just trying to fill up a C-Class, so you've got an off-road car and an on-road car, and then something for playground games, it's going to be here's your off-road, here's your on-road, either of those, and then grab yourself maybe the Holden and then that RZR, and then you'll have enough things that you'll never need to touch C-Class again. As we migrate into the B-Class, the Scout 800A. This car is less than 50 grand, and you can put 817 horsepower in it. When we're looking at B-Class, this is going to be a power build. It will spin all 4 tires, and you can go off of some sick-ass jumps. Grab this thing. It's going to be every off-road and rally race you've ever been on, and it's your wet dream. The Mercedes-Benz X-Class. This is going to be under 100,000 when it's all tuned up, all said and done. It is a very strong B car. Same reason for the Scout. They are parallel with one another. It's fast. It's got a ton of power. Probably a little bit more refined than the Scout, but also very fast. You'll be able to slay online off-road stuff. The Ford Super Duty F450 is good for both on-road and off-road, my boys. So if you buy 2 of those and you build one with slicks and you build one with off-road tires, you can do every single B-Class online race except for Hot Wheels and probably be competitive and win. Period. Hot take. So your off-road one, you'll see here, has got these off-road tires. And we've got 930 horsepower. Our on-road one has got slicks on it. It doesn't tell you, but you can kind of see they're shiny. And it's got 735 horsepower. it hooks up because it's got a lot of weight and a lot of tire on the ground. For whatever reason, it turns better than all the cars. Buy those two. Those are really good. The M5's a joke. This Holden Torana is really fast. This is a great car for B-Class. Definitely something I would highly recommend. The Lamborghini Miura is good. If you have it, it's expensive otherwise. The Lancer Evo, any of them, is solid. Any of the Lancers into B or A class is going to get you around the track super good. You'll have no problems. You absolutely need to get the 1997 Civic Type R right here. Use any of the tuners that we followed earlier. This is the most meta car in the video game for B class. It's got a ton of records. It's completely unreasonably fast. You really shouldn't drive it online. It's kind of scummy. It's that good. So keep that in mind. 2886, bit of a power build. Great in a straight line. Doesn't turn as good as others, but it can be considered pretty fast, pretty good. The Volkswagen Corrado is one of my kind of silent sleepers right now. It is very strong. I really think it's wonderful in the B class for road racing. Something I would highly recommend. Celica, I've been bragging about that the entire time. This is one of my favorite B class cars as well. If you don't have the Celica, drive the VR6 Corrado, which, fun fact, is the first Horizon car out of the first Horizon game. That's why I started driving it, and as it turns out, it's fast. The FJ40 is really good as well, and then the Celica is good as well. An S2000 is not bad, depends on which one you get. There's a case that can be made for a lot of these cars, but it's pretty strong. And then we come back, we're looking at, once again, that hot hatch. This Civic RS 1974 is pretty good. This Golf GTI 1983 and also this Golf 1992 MK2 are both good rally cars. It means you get off the track, you get going. They're pretty solid. I've got pretty good things to say about both of those. Here's another nugget of information. Rally tires are going to be the most widely used tires between C, B, and A class, some S even, because they have the best grip. So for the points cost. So a lot of tuners are going to be using rally tires. You can then use that car with rally tires on road racing, and then also like not cross country, because that's off-road with the branches and everything, but rally racing. So if it's a dirt road but not off-road, rally tires will get you through. I totally forgot to mention my bay. This 2002 BMW Turbo 1973 is the most banger car for B-Class Hot Wheels rivals. I myself am, at the time of shooting this, top 100 on every single B-Class rivals race in this puppy. It's got 1270 horsepower. What's up? But it doesn't do anything other than go Hot Wheel, because you don't have to turn, you just go zoom. The A-Class is one of my favorites. It's really wide, meaning that if we took all the cars as 100%, we took the top 10%, threw it away, took the bottom 10%, threw that away, that middle ground, that 80% of all the cars are dead nuts even. It's all down to the driver. I mean, there's better cars in different situations, but there's a lot of really competitive stuff here, so let's go through some of it. The RX-7 is good. Get the right tuner. Find somebody you like. Ego Nohana, crazy power build. Whoa, what's up? No, Noya's got a really good tune for that. Lancer 9 MR, very good, 2006. This Carrera RS, baller, out of control. 911 GT2, 1995, very good handling car. This Elise is insane in the city streets. It's got great handling, goes hard in A. I would recommend that. This Giulia, Alfa Romero TZ2, is the best cross-country racer that you can pretty much get. It weighs nothing. You can fart and it will accelerate. It basically has the ability to go top speed in all of the corners. So it's a cheater car. If you pull it out and you don't win, you are a genuine POS, just so you know. So you better make sure you're at least dusting the whole lobby so you have a genuine reason to be driving meta. Once again, Mercedes X-Class, you're going to see that it's pretty decent. You're really going to like it. Toyota Tacoma, kind of a letdown. Tundra's better. This 911 Speedster, we all started driving this with this setup. It's got the drag tires. It's really good. It handles really nice. I like it a lot. NSX cannot go wrong. You can grab any NSX in the game, pretty much like not even tune it and drive it fast. They're very well put together cars. I have a butt ton of Audis. Half of them are great. This Alpine is okay. This Countach is actually pretty solid, but it's a little oversteery. You got to know how to drive. Ferrari Testarossa, Lord and Savior. If you know, you know. If you don't, you suck. Anyway, it's actually pretty decent. I would highly recommend. this 1997 BMW M3 is going to be a wonderful street racing car. It's got good acceleration, it turns decent, it stops decent. Noya's got a tune on that, highly recommend. Diablo SV, can't go wrong, who doesn't like a Lamborghini? This RX-8 will make you think that RX-8s are fast, because somebody else is going to beat you in one, you're like, dude, I'm going to go download that tune. Then you're going to drive it, spin out, put it away, and be like, dude, RX-8s suck. That guy's just really good. When you eventually get this car, I would never pay $30 million for it, but it's one of my favorites. It's an insane off-road car. The Shelby Daytona is so good in the dirt, but once again, it's kind of a cheater car, and it's expensive, so whatever. GR Yaris, solid-ass A car. If somebody was like, you get one car in A for the rest of the game, that's the one I pick, outright. Not because it does anything special, but because it does all of it pretty decent. It's good on the roads, it's good on tight circuits, it's okay on the straights, and it'll go off-road pretty well too. It just doesn't do cross-country that great. Build it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Once again, like I said, the RS3, any of the Audis are pretty good, just depends. This is meta AF. Grab the Firebird, it's pretty solid. Tundra, awesome off-road truck. If you have the DLC, I super recommend. The RS7 Sportback is a heavy bitch, but it does get around the track pretty good. Would recommend as well. The Exo Set, you can get this in regular and you put it in B class. I didn't show it, I should have, but anybody that stayed to this part now hears it. Grab the regular non-Forza one, put it in B. Grab this one, put it in A. You'll have two really good cars. Hey, by the way, this is the coolest, best power build in the game. Only second to one other one that's unobtainium. Grab yourself a Spec R 2000 Sylvia. Paint it like this, so that way it matches my shoes. I'm not joking. Hold on, let me get my shoes. Hold on. Alright, yeah, so paint it to match my shoes. I mean, we even got Sylvia on there, baby. Like, what's up? So anyway, now that you've got to match my shoes, grab this, get the build that's got 1270 horsepower in it. This is a power build. I believe Ego Nohana's got your build. This is where you learn how to drive a power build. Power build is by definition something that's got more power to blow your mom's panties off, and that's how we cure global warming. All things being considered, you get the car for a power build, you put it in third gear, because first gear and second gear are silly. When you breathe on the throttle, the back tires break off the car. So you basically just drive it in third, fourth, and fifth, and when you get into a straightaway and you're going 240 and your opponents in A-Class are only going 140, you teleport through them and then get banned from Forza for crashing. Anyway, great car, definitely get it, teach you how to time travel. You can never go wrong in any of the Skylines. They're all really good. Pick any of them, have a great time. Same can be said for the Imprezas. The way the torque curve works on this, here's a hot tip that only the pros know. You need to shift these at 6,500 RPMs to 7,500 RPMs. Depends on the build, but you need to short shift, meaning shift early. Once you start to wrap it out, the power's gone, the torque's gone. It all makes it up on the front side. Make sure you're driving these cars correctly. That is specifically for the Subarus. Okay. 360 Stradale, fantastic A car. LC500, absolutely unobtainium. I love this car, but you'll have a hard time getting it. Like I said, the Audis are good. RS4 Avant, Woody Wagon, dude, pick these up. This one's really good. The 718 Cayman, also a good car. You really can't go wrong. The A-Class has got a lot of really good bangers, guys. Here's, once again, another Skyline that is very good. This 155 Q4 Alfa Romeo is meta. This is one of the best cars in A-Class around some of the tracks. It's got the times. So if you want to go in the backstage and pick this one up, that'd be a good one, guys. The Scout, once again, is a banger in A. It's got a ton of power. You're going to fly around the track. 1351, all you do is light up all four wheels, point the car with the handbrake, pull the trigger, and ghost. It's insane. Supra RZ is pretty good. Baja Truck's fun, but it's nothing crazy. I have a tune for it. Don't download it. This Class 5 Baja Buggy is meta. It holds records in a lot of classes. I would definitely run around in that. It's very good. You cannot go wrong in any of the RS4s, guys. I'm looking for a couple more. There's this Go buy this. This is under 100 grand. This is the 1993 Nissan Skyline. GTR Spec V, whatever. But the 1993 is very, very good in A-Class. It's not expensive. It's probably the best of the Skylines. I would highly recommend. The GR Supra is super good. You're going to get the Welcome Pack one. Any of the Welcome Pack cars have good tunes, and they are fantastic vehicles. So do not sleep on those vehicles, you guys. You're really going to be happy. The 1970 Jimmy. I didn't just start with all the meta cars because I need people to click away so they don't just have every single gem in the game. This is fucking nuts. You get this, you put slicks on it, and you have a car that handles better than everything else in the class, and you will do better street circuit times in this than the guy in the little Exo set with the street tune, because I don't know, Forza, enter the chat, whatever. Impreza, once again, really good. Shift it, 7,500. Lancer Evo, can't go wrong, guys. It's pretty, like, if you think the car is good, it probably is. Because guess what? This game is good, and a lot of the cars can be good. 2000 GTR, if you know, you know. If you know me, it's what's up. It's decent. That's going to pretty much be, like, most of the list. Most of the, you guys need to know these exist. Go grab it, do this. Hey, you do need to know this. The Bone Shaker is cracked and broken. It's meta. And I hate you if you drive it. If you pull that out, you've literally just pulled out a car that is percentage points better in every class than every other car in the game. You're a genuine POS if you do. There's a bunch of meme tunes on these, so that way nobody actually knows how to drive them. So, like, just don't. There's too many other cars in the game. Nobody wants to see that in front of them. All right, the S-Class is awesome because there's so many different ways to get around the track fast here. Example, case in point, this 959 is awesome off-road. It's one of the best cross-country cars you can get. I really, really enjoy it. Would highly recommend once you unlock it. This NSXR is super cheap. It's under 100 grand. You can buy that in the auto show. It will get you around the tracks fantastic on the street. So you new players, go slam. If you have the Supervan 3 1994, put it in the off-road cross-country section. That's my one punch van, and it slays. There really, really is quite good. Any of the Formula Drift cars with an all-wheel drive package is very strong in cross-country. Just the nature of the beast. They're very, very good. The Noble is insane in the short track, and there's some power builds there. This one's got 1,300 horsepower. 07 to you, the car weighs nothing. It's super fast. This is Omega Meta. This is the S1 standard for all things that are fast. If you can get your hands on the 2013 Dodge Viper Forza Anniversary Edition. So it's the AE. It's very, very good. It's very strong. It's going to get you around all the tracks very, very well. This is the Shapupen. I don't even know what it's called. The Shapupen. Shapapapapan. It's good. It's a good handling car. Not everybody loves it. It's a little bit rear wheel happy, but it's very, very strong. This is the Wuling. This car has, like, insane horsepower, power to weight. It gets around the track. You learn how to drive this. You can drive anything. It's a lot of fun. Would not super recommend, though, but if you're a meme, it's good. The Moslers, there's two of them. They are both Omega strong in S-Class. You cannot go wrong. If it is a Mosler, go get a tune from one of the guys like we talked about. Download it for S. Never look back. The FXX 2005 is a very expensive car, but a lot of guys are going to like this or want to have it in the garage. It's very good in S-Class. Build it, put it there. Taycan Turbo, the Welcome Edition. You get this car for free. It's a common car. It's super good. It's super good. Go grab one of the ones with like 900 horsepower from any of the tuners we talked about earlier. Cannot go wrong. This is my personal favorite power build in the game. The NSXR GT 2005. This with 1,356 horsepower is a cheater build for power. It handles like a really good car. It just handles well. And it puts the power down. It's fantastic. The Venom GT is, once again, one of the really strong cars in Hot Wheels. The Hot Wheels has got a lot less, like, 90-degree corners, a lot of higher speed straightaway stuff where you get to top speed. The Hennessy's do really, really good. This Zonda, very, very strong. You can see the rainbow one, grab that, put it in S-Class, never look back. You'll be very happy with it. The McLaren is pretty good. There's a couple others that are pretty decent. McLaren F1, you cannot go wrong. Very, very strong car. The MK3 Supra, the MK4 Supra, this one, there is the Welcome Pack version as well. Both of those are very, very strong in cross country. Those are free cars for you new guys. Gonna treat you right. F1 GT, super good road car, as you would expect. There's many others in here. This Audi Sport Quattro is very, very meta in off-road. I would super recommend this for cross country, and you can pick this up in the not the auto show, but the where we bid on them, the auction house. Yes, many more to come. This Serbi Speed is crazy. This TVR Griffith is a power build. This power build is very, very good. I would recommend this car highly if you were getting into the power build scene. It gets around the track just fine. This 33 Stradale is very expensive. It's unobtainium for a lot of you guys. It's one of the best off-road S1 cars for cross-country circuits that you can get. It's kind of like the TZ2 from the previous A-Class, that Alfa Romeo. It's top speed around the corners. You fart, it accelerates, it goes. It's lightweight, gets it done. Welcome Pack Supra Off-Road Edition. Go get it. Like I said, these things are very, very good. You cannot go wrong. 911 GT2 RS 2018. This car is great. Very few of you will probably get it. It was an unobtainium one. It's really good. For anybody OG that's got this, it's really, really strong. Here is that Welcome Pack Supra. Again, I've got a couple of them. I cannot stress it enough. It's very strong. This 911 is also very good. It's hard to get to. So, depending on how things go, I say they're hard to get. They might be great to get later. This Camaro L1Z or Z1LE 1356. It's a power build. Super good. This Celine, super good off-road as well. The off-road builds are good. There's a lot of different reasons to get different cars. I recommend this Puma. The Ford Puma Forza Edition's not too hard to get. You can pick it up on the auction house. It's really, really good off-road. It's definitely very fast. Trailcat. This is probably my #1 pick for the off-road gaming modes. So if you're doing like Capture the Flag or Zombie or whatever it might be, VIP, this thing gets it done. You are going to be able to fly over the biggest jumps, get the most airtime, and it lands the best. This will pull out of situations. It's crazy. It's all-wheel drive. It gets it done. That's going to be my #1 big pick for your off-road playground games. This Forza Edition 2019 is a rally monster. It is my favorite #1 rally pick for S1. There's other cars that I think are better. I believe that this one's pretty easy to get, and I think it's really, really, really good. A lot of people sleep on this car. You can drive it bone stock and go slay. So let's get that going. Ford Escort, pretty strong. Definitely would recommend. Dodge Dart, Hemi, super stock, 1968. Put this in off-road. This is going to be an absolute slayer. Power build cross-country car. Very, very strong. If you learn to drive this, you will win most of your cross-country events in S. If you are a legend like myself and you don't have any interest in keeping your testosterone flowing because it takes it all in the first punch, this Camaro is an off-road, and like whatever. You go 300 miles an hour, and then the first checkpoint you hit, the second checkpoint you fly over, the third checkpoint's already behind you. You landed in the next county. We're now playing Gran Turismo. We had to reset the game. It didn't work out. It's not a good car to drive, but God, is it fun. It's the craziest off-road jump vehicle you can get. If you need to line up a jump that is off-road and you have somewhat kind of a straight shot, get that Camaro. All right, yeah, so the rest, whatever. We don't talk about those. We don't talk about those. We don't talk. S2 class will go quite a bit faster because there's not nearly as many cars that are crazy competitive. So, as it sits, personal feelings, Mosler, can't go wrong. This is meta AF. Go get it. Put it into S2 and be happy. I run this in off-road cross-country setup right now. It is very good also on-road. You really cannot go wrong with this car. The Straßenmassen version Porsche is fantastic, but it is expensive. So, yeah. The Apollo's good. I don't drive it very much. Some people say it's great. Myself, it's not my personal favorite. The Jesko Go Zoom. So if you want to go top speed, go grab one of these, but I wouldn't pay for it. It's just expensive. This is one of the best handling cars in the game, bar none. Like, it's right at the top of the list. If there's a top 5, it's up there and it's on podium. The Brabham BT62. This is in the Hot Wheels. You've got to have Hot Wheels DLC. That's where you get this. Go check the accolades over there and pick this one up. If you don't have it, I'm sorry, but that's just how it works. This car rocks. The Blade, also Hot Wheels, crazy. Pretty good. The Hot Wheels is very pay to win in a lot of ways if you're looking at the very top speed end of things, because the 3 really good cars, which is that one, and this one, the Venom F5, are all over in Hot Wheels land. This is the top speed king. I would say that this is the Hot Wheels best overall car. You're gonna go crazy in this thing. It's just nuts. Siesto Elemento, also pretty damn good. Now, sleeper pick for me, I'm gonna super recommend this Mitsubishi. It's the Time Attack Evo. It's all-wheel drive naturally. It hooks up awesome. It only does 200, but oh my god, you cannot go wrong picking this car. In Hot Wheels, you'll lose because it doesn't have the top end. Everywhere else, you slay here, gets it done. It's fantastic. F50 GT is just wonderful. We all know it's good. Here's the deal. This is the most meta car in the game, period. If you are off-road, S2, the Mercedes-Benz AMG CLK GTR is the one. We call them clickers. If somebody's driving a clicker, they're out here just cheating. Both of them are good. This is the off-road one. There it is too. Either one is fine. Both of them are great. You cannot go wrong, but this is just like the Bone Shaker. If you're driving a clicker, you showed up with the best car, and if I still beat you, it's because you're garbage and you lost in meta. That means you shouldn't drive meta. You should learn to drive. There's a big old difference there. Downvotes on YouTube when they bring that back, let me know. Yeah, but overall it is a really good car. So if you're comp stomping, go slam it. You're not gonna have a bad time. Revington's pretty fun. I like it. It just doesn't go all the way up. A lot of the reason these cars aren't built up all the way to the top of S2 is because you really can't get there. There are a few cars that go above that, and that is going to be our X class, so we're just going to combine them right here. I know personally for sure the best X class car is the Lamborghini Siesto Elemento Forza Edition. It's my favorite car in any game of all games. I have the black box edition paint job on it because it's super tight. There's no reason to drive X class. You don't catch it online. The comps and everything's really tough to beat, but this car looks amazing. It's the Siesto Elemento. If you don't like the Siesto Elemento, whatever, I don't care. Honestly, when you get to X, you're not racing at that point, you're memeing. So just do whatever you want. Go get a 3-wheeled Morgan and enjoy your life. That's all the cars. There's a whole lot more. Maybe this will change. Maybe this is relevant. Everybody's going to have a different opinion. I don't care. This is solid information for somebody, but maybe not you. Anyway, let's get into other stuff. We're now going to talk about the wheel spins tab. This is a pro super gamer tip, you guys. When you're after the cars, we've gone through all of that nonsense. We're going to go to My Horizon. You have 2 different kinds of wheel spins. Those don't matter. But what we do have is a situation where you'll spin a car. If you already have the car, you'll have the option to sell it. If you are online multiplayer or you're in a convoy and you're doing stuff and you're spinning those, you will not always have the option to sell it. Once you have taken the car, you've spun it in a wheel spin, and it's in your inventory, you can no longer sell that vehicle unless you do it on the auction house. But if you do a wheel spin, and it's a car you already have in your inventory, and it's worth a couple of $1 million because you already maybe have that Shelby GT or whatever, you can sell it back to the in-game store or whatever for full price. I would recommend doing that almost all the time for the high-value ones because it's awesome. But if you get a duplicate and you don't want to do anything with it, gift it to someone. You get gifts, you can send them to people. Duplicate cars is a great way to do that. Maybe tune a car, maybe put a livery on it, maybe something that got you through some races. Give that out, send it out. When you do, somebody else actually does receive it, and they'll get accolades and stuff. I've received a lot of really cool cars from people, and I've given out a lot of really good cars. I'll grab those welcome pack ones, a lot of those Porsche Taycans, tune it, and send it, because I want new players to have it. Message center is cool. You'll come in here, you'll do whatever. News is neat. I tune stuff, and I get daily payouts from my tunes, and so you'll see that people have been using this stuff. So there's 4,400, there's 5,700, there's 10 Gs just waiting for me for logging in because other people have been using my tunes. Gifts, when you give it out, tells them when it's delivered. You do get messages from Forza. Here's one: warned for unsportsmanlike conduct. I'm not going to get into the weeds here. Crash the wrong guy too many times, just being aggressive and actually trying to bully somebody. If that gets taken and reported to the correct people, you on Forza can get a ban. So, don't be a dick. Don't report people either. If somebody crashes into you, quit out of the effing game. The fact that you can report somebody and actually ruin their ability to continue to play the game is so effed. Like, nah, dude. Like, y'all are softies. People have done so many things to my mom based on what they told me in Unreal Tournament. You kids don't even know. And the Counter-Strike guys and the Call of Duty guys are like, what even is Unreal Tournament? That's right. I was the guy that did those things to your mom in Call of Duty. The online tab is deep. There's a lot to do. Let's dig into it and show you just kind of the ins and outs. Hide and Seek is a game they added way late. It's a lot of fun. They're going to add a bunch of new stuff. There'll probably be buttons somewhere in this tab, or this is going to get formatted after this video. Anyway, cool. The clubs are a great way to link up with other friends, be able to join convoys together, and in our endless quest for ultimate points. I have a club. It's called Toys. It stands for Taking Over Your Streets. If you'd like to join, go seek us out. You kind of need to know where we're at in the club ranking because it's really nuanced right now. It doesn't really work between Xbox and everything. We're rank 8,000. We'll be above there. You go find it. Once you find anybody you want to join, you click on that and you can request to join the club. If there's room, these are full. You can't join these. Once you request to join, if I'm aware of you and then I send you a friend request and invite you to the club, that's how you can get in. So there is a workaround. If you know someone that has a club, if they send you an invite and then you also request to join the club, you will then be in the club. And that's the only way in 2025 right now that I know how to put people in clubs that are joining way later in the game. Good to know. The Horizon Open is basically open racing. You've got open racing lobby. This is everything. It's going to be cross country, road racing, street racing, night racing, you name it. Cool. It's all in here. It's a variety of classes. It's a catch-all. Drifting is just that. You're drifting for points, drift lobbies, everybody's hooked up. It's a lot of fun. Definitely get into it. If you're even a little curious, you should try it out a little bit. Playground games, straight up. It's just playground games. It's a lot of fun. Definitely go, not sleeping on this. Custom racing is kind of the real OG racers go and live here. In open racing, you've got dirt, you've got off-road, you've got all kinds of crazy classes. In custom racing, you can lock in and do just A, or just B, or just C road racing. And you can specific classes. And once you lock into that, it won't rotate out. So that way you can just keep racing that sweet-ass Celica over and over and over again. You do you. Leaderboards are what they say they are. The Eliminator is essentially the Battle Royale has met Forza. It was added right around the time that we were having a great time in PUBG. And it's a lot of fun if you're into that sort of thing. There's different tips and tricks for that. Maybe I'll do a video if you guys have interest, but it's worth. Definitely check it out. Convoy. This is a cool place to go, guys. This is where you're going to get your multiplayer stuff going. You can find a convoy, link up with other people randomly. You can create a convoy for your buddies to join you, and you can cancel. The Forza link is where all your little buttons are for the cool little in-game chats you can send to people while you're buzzing around, but I've got it turned off, so I have no idea what that does. Horizon Solo is, I don't know, single player, I guess, where we don't run around with people online. That's cool. Horizon Solo is where you're going to be if you don't have an internet connection. Not really a bad deal, but it makes it so your friends and your players are not available to join, and they cannot join on you. In a nutshell, guys, Horizon Open is a lot of fun. It's a great place to be. I would highly recommend going here and checking it out. Check out the Eliminator. Go online, convoy up, and get it going, because the multiplayer component makes this game truly special. Last tab and we're done. This is the Creative Hub tab. It is awesome. First and foremost, the My Creative Hub is all the stuff you make. Nobody goes there. The Travel to Event Island is a button you should use all the time because Event Island has all these events in the Event Lab. The Event Lab is all the cool stuff that people make for you to consume. Now, if you like to take time and you spend a lot of time maybe in the Halo map editor and stuff, this might be your jam, honestly. It's a very powerful yet dated map editor, and you can do a lot with it. The Creative Island is just a big flat canvas, and you can build all kinds of stuff. So there's a bunch of different tracks and circuits and games and jumps and obstacle courses and you name it in here, and it only grows. If you're into just overlanding and rock crawling, that's in here. Crazy enough. If you're into doing the tower, like the guys that get into Trackmania and they go up that, we've got one in Forza too. This is all player-made stuff. It's fantastic, and to be honest, this could launch as its own separate game, and it would probably do well just because of how much is in here. And this is just tacked on later to the game. So I would really encourage you guys to go check this out. Within that is the Super 7, When you do the Horizon Super 7, you basically sign up to do 7 different events from different creators throughout the Forza space. Some of them are good, some of them really suck, some of them are mid. Whatever. You do all 7, you get a reward, get a banger, get a wheel spin, everything's cool. Yay! You should do that once a week at least. But it also allows you to vote on some of the good stuff, and it helps them kind of auto-filter some of the events that are worth. Sometimes not. Livery designs. Straight up what it is. Go in there, check out the liveries. This has got a ton of liveries for all the people. We don't have enough waifus, but we'll get there eventually. Vinyl groups are groups of vinyls that you make. So maybe if you make a really cool decal for your YouTube channel and it says Cornnut Crew, and then you save it as a vinyl group, you can stick that group onto every car you ever make, so that way everybody knows what's up. It's cool. Tunes, same stuff. That's where your stuff goes. Photo mode, duh. Drone mode, slept on. This is not something people use much. I would encourage everybody to check out the drone mode because it really allows you, once you turn off the little icon there, to get some neat angles, to get into better spots to take pictures of your cars that you weren't already doing. And so utilize the drone. It'll allow you to maybe see some boxes or chests or signs that are in precarious spots. But at the end of the day, the drone mode is really good for those of you guys that are kind of have that photographer eye and you're trying to get a little bit different exposure out of it. Outside of that, then there's the store. You buy shit. I'm not telling you what to buy. You buy whatever you want. Guys, that is it in a nutshell. There's so much more to this game. I can go in depth on all of it, but if you set up your HUD, you buy some cool cars, you follow some of those tuners, and you understand that the accolades are a great way to track progress, and that each individual event type, whether it be dirt, off-road, road racing, is its own kind of category. And so if you focus on those things individually, you'll be progressing. Start picking brands of cars you like. Start finding tuners you enjoy. Buy a car that you want because you've always liked that car. Find a class that it fits in and go bang. Find a couple other dudes like to vibe. Drag racing, drifting, off-roading, event games, obstacle courses, and capture the flag is all here. If you're a car enthusiast, this is it. I will close with this. The number one complaint that I see from the internet on this game is they call it a festival slop. Well, they were the first one. There's a lot of shit here. I throw that out. The second is the tires don't feel right. As soon as you get into a car that's set up correctly with good grip tires, good set of slicks, you will have amazing grip that feels natural. Everything else in the game, we've prioritized power over true grip because I'll beat you with power and I'll slide all over the place in the process. So you can set up your cars to feel like they really would in real life, but we trade off a lot of power to do that. So that is one thing that I've seen that I want to try to address, but nobody's going to get this far in the video. And if you did, you, sir, are a fucking legend. All right. You guys have a great rest of your day. I am Alex Cornnut, your wheelman. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.